And joining us now to talk about the potential TikTok ban is Sydney Raskind, a content creator who has 4.5 million followers on TikTok. Sydney, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Good morning. So I took a look at your channel. I learned a lot,
Yes.
had a few laughs, specifically with your things I wish I knew before I was 30. So I learned some things.
Thank you.
Well, it was fun. Would you mind explaining how your channel got going and how you're able to earn a living through TikTok?
Sure. So my channel got going for real in 2021 post-pandemic. During the pandemic, I was posting every day, trying to find some sort of sanity in the insanity that we were all living through. And one day I decided to post something I didn't know until I was in my 30s and see if other people also shared in my not knowing something, and it worked out. And then I kept doing it, and here I am 4.4 million followers later.
Oh, that's amazing. You know, as we just reported, lawmakers in Washington, they're about to vote on whether to get TikTok's parent company to sell or face a ban in the U.S. So obviously this is going to have a big impact on you and your business. Some say content creators, they can just choose another platform. But would you mind describing how those comments land with you? And would it be possible for you to pivot and continue making a living?
Well, to answer your question before, I get most of my income from brand deals, right? Third-party brand deals. They reach out to me and want me to make a video for them. To say that a creator can easily pivot to a different platform is not true. If you have a large following on one, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a large following on the other. And if you're inside the ecosystem of TikTok, like the creator marketplace, or getting any sort of incentives from that platform, and that's where you've grown your business, and you haven't focused on other platforms that are also short form verticalized content, it isn't easy. It is not easy to grow an audience as quickly, or just as quickly as some of these lawmakers have said. So it would really hurt a lot of people, and it's disheartening to see that that this is going through so quickly.
Well, and you can understand, because some of the content you're putting out may not play as well on Instagram. It may not be the same
Sure.
audience, you know, and it may just work better on the format the app has. So, you know, some have argued that TikTok, this ban, would be a violation of the First Amendment. I'm curious, do you agree with that? And if so, why?
I do believe that it would violate the First Amendment. The First Amendment's so broad, as we've seen in recent weeks, but it's hard for me to sort of think about it not as a First Amendment right to just express oneself in any platform you can, right? And TikTok has been that for so many people. And it just, again, it's just heart-wrenching to see that that could be taken away from people.
So, Sydney, as you know, President Biden, he has said he would sign this bill that could lead to TikTok being banned here in the U.S. The former President Trump, after trying to ban TikTok while he was in office, now says he's opposed to a ban. Do you think this issue will be a big factor for specifically younger voters in the general election that's upcoming? How will they take some of those stances we've seen?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we've already seen that stance made from TikTok and its younger audience yesterday and the days before, when TikTok asked us all to call our representatives and make our voices heard, right? I mean, that's kind of the biggest thing that I could look at as an obvious like indicator of what young people think about this. So I think that it will be an issue. I think that if President Biden does sign it into law, that's a big deal. But also, to say that former President Trump doesn't want this to go through now it looks like it's being voted on right now. But yeah, I mean, it's so difficult. But I think that this is going to affect a lot of young people's thoughts, because they like the app. This is where they get their news. This is where they get all of, you know, what's happening in the world, trends and otherwise. But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty big issue for them.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.